Hello everyone. Today I am going to do a new lesson for you. Primary 3 English Language Unit 6 Rabbits. In this lesson, the children will be able to learn about rabbits, to learn the meanings of the words in context, to know about the punctuations, to learn the prepositions, and also to write a simple report about animals. Rabbits. Do you know rabbits? Yes, you all know about rabbits and you all like them very much. Rabbits are very innocent. There are different types of rabbits. Mainly we can divide rabbits into two, wild rabbits and pet rabbits. A dog can give birth to up to 7 liters a year. Do you know a doe? Who's a doe? Yes, a doe means a female rabbit. A female rabbit can give birth to up to 7 liters a year. Liters? What do you mean by liters? We call as liters for the newborn rabbits. The newborn rabbits call as litters. Now we will learn about wild rabbits. Who are wild rabbits? Wild rabbits often live in large groups. They often live as large groups. See the picture? They live in burrows with linking tunnels under the ground called warrens. You usually know that the rabbits are living in burrows. What is a burrow? Yes, burrows are holes in the ground that rabbits dig to make their home. Very good. What do you mean by warren? Yes, warrens, a collection of tunnels underground the rabbits live. In the burrow, there are some tunnels. For them we call warrens. There are so many tunnels in a burrow. In a warren, there are usually lots of young rabbits to keep warm and safe. Each doe can give birth to up to 7 litters a year, with 4 or 5 rabbits in each litter. Now you know what is the meaning of doe. Yes, very good. A doe means a female rabbit. Whose litters? What is litters? Litters. We call newborn rabbits as litters. Now we will learn about pet rabbits. Many people enjoy keeping rabbits as pets. Yes, why not? We all like rabbits. We like to keep them as our pets. There are a variety of different types of rabbit, including lop-eared, Jersey woolly, large white and checkered giant. Pet rabbits are usually kept in wooden hutches. It is very important that the hutch is large enough for the rabbit. You have to keep it in your mind very well. If you are keeping rabbits at home, then you have to give enough space for them. They need enough space to live. It's very important. Pet rabbits, just like wild rabbits, like to keep themselves clean. They need to keep themselves very clean. It is important for them to have clean, fresh and dry bedding every few days and the chance to jump and exercise in a bigger run. Then you have to give them a clean environment and you have to give them enough space to jump and do the exercise. They also need a good supply of food and fresh water. You need to supply them what? Yes, good food and fresh water. They need them very well. Now you know very well about rabbits. So, let's move to comprehension. There are some questions given for you. Then read the passage and try to write answers for the given questions. In here, I will discuss some questions with you. The other you can leisurely do after reading the book. The first question is, what is the name of a wild rabbit's home? Do you know the answer? Yes, warrens. We call them warrens. The second question is, what is a female rabbit called? Very easy question. Yes, what do we call female rabbit? Yes, very good. Doe. The next question is, write the names of two types pet rabbits. In this lesson, you learned about some types of rabbits. Yes, lop-eared rabbit and Jersey woolly rabbit. There are some more, but here I have given only two for you. The other two questions you can leisurely do after reading the book. The other question is, in the diagram there is a main entrance. How many small entrances are there? After referring the book, you can write the answer for this question very well. The next question is, what are pet rabbits usually kept in? For that also, read the text very well and try to write the answer. Now we will move to another new lesson, a grammar lesson. But this is not new for you. You have learned about this very well in your previous grades. What is our topic? Yes, our topic is punctuations. Do you know punctuations? Yes, when we talk about punctuations, we usually talk about capital letters, question marks, full stops and the exclamation marks. Now you know where to use capital letters, where to use the question marks, where to use exclamation marks and where to use full stop. A statement ends with a full stop. You know very well that a statement must end with a full stop. When you are writing a statement, it must end with a full stop. Look at the given example. Wild rabbits often live in large groups. You know that it is a statement. So you have to end with a full stop. The next one. A question ends with a question mark. Yes, when you are writing a question, definitely it must end with a question mark. Look at the given example below. Where do rabbits live? Where? The question word. Then you should end the question with the question mark. An exclamation ends with an exclamation mark. Exclamations. What do you mean by exclamations? Yes, exclamations are strong feelings or commands. And also exclamations must end with an exclamation mark. Look at the given example. A huge rabbit just ran out of the bush. Here that ends with an exclamation mark. Our next lesson is soft G words. Soft G words. Do you know soft G words? Can you remember them? Yes. Here are some examples for soft G words. Giant, giraffe, gem, germs. What's the sound? Yes, J sound. But letter J is not there. All the words begin with letter G. That's called soft G. These are some examples for soft G words. And also, when you are writing a word, at the end, if their J sound is coming, we never use letter J at the end. Instead of that, we use G-E-O-D-G-E. The J sound is made by soft using G-E-O-D-G-E. Look at the examples. Large. The sound is J, large. But instead of letter J, we use G-E. Next, bridge. The sound is J, bridge. J sound. But instead of using letter J, we use D-G-E. These are the examples for soft G words. At the end, we never use letter J to mention J sound. Instead of that, we use G-E-O-D-G-E. And also, there is another thing to remember. What's that? When adding ing to a word ending in E, we drop the E and add ing. We can't use ing with the last E letter. When you are adding ing, you should drop the letter E and add ing. Look at the examples. Judge. After adding ing to the word judge, it is judging. The last letter is E. Can you add ing with letter E? No, never. You have to drop letter E and add ing. Judging. The next example, packaging. To the word package, you are adding ing, but it ends with letter E. So, can you add ing with letter E? No, you have to drop letter E and ing. Then you can make packaging. Next, another interesting lesson for you. What is the lesson? Yes, prepositions. Do you know prepositions? Yes, there are a lot of prepositions. What is a preposition? A preposition is a word that shows the relationship of a noun or pronoun to another word in the sentence. Here, I have given you some examples for prepositions. You know them very well. And also there are more than this. But here I have given some as examples for you. What are they? On, in front of, inside, below, in, between, under, besides, above, behind. And you can get any idea about the prepositions by looking at the pictures given. It will be very easy for you. Here I have given you a simple activity under the topic prepositions. Easily you can do this. What you have to do is choose the correct preposition to complete the sentences. Within brackets there are 3 answers. Among them you have to select the most suitable answer after looking at the given picture. Very easy. I will discuss only one with you and the other half you can do alone. What is the first one? Yes, a file is blank the cabinet. So, where's the file? Within brackets, 3 answers given. What are the 3 answers? Yes, in, on and under. So, tell me, where's the file? A file is in the cabinet, a file is on the cabinet, or a file is under the cabinet. What is the most suitable preposition? Yes, very good. A file is in the cabinet. Very good. Now you know how to use the preposition in a correct way. So, there are another 5 questions for you. You can do them leisurely at home. Now we are at the end of our lesson. So, you have to do exercises in Unit 6, Pupils Book, page numbers 38, 39, 40 and 41. There are some activities given for you. Please try to do them at home. And also in the workbook, page numbers 24, 25, 26 and 27. Try to do the all questions given in the both pupils book and the workbook. Hope you all understood the lesson very well. Let's meet in another new lesson. Try to do the homework. Thank you.